Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing tonight? Welcome to another Wednesday Cup stream brought to you by AK Racing. I am Denzel, but you can call me Denz. And tonight we are at the wonderful, historic, outstanding, beautiful Monaco street circuit. I tell you, folks, this is going to be an interesting one tonight. We've got F3s for this season, season 4, and you know when you got a bunch of open wheel cars going around a tight street circuit like Monaco here, you just don't know what you're going to get. So I hope you stick around tonight, and I hope the races that you'll see will give you some entertainment and something to think about the rest of the week, and maybe give you something to converse about with some folks about how great some virtual cars went around a street track in Monaco. But it is what it is. Again, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. I am very keen to see how this plays out tonight. And yeah, we're just about to kick over into qualifying. Yeah, so I got a late one in. I got a late start to this stream. Was dealing with some things, but yeah, this is gonna be a good one, definitely. Hope you. Let me just switch over to some different drivers as I go around track and overtime, whilst I wait for the signal that the server's gone down and restarted for the qualifying sesh. Unfortunately tonight I had to verify I think my game files had some issues, and unfortunately with verifying the game files, I've lost the ability to go free cam around the track. So yeah, we can't get a good a panoramic view of the circuit unless my fellow admins are in and they can give me a quick flick of the message to remind me how to fix the free cam capabilities. But we'll see what happens. Hope we get a good turnout tonight. We saw there was probably about 10-ish plus cars in the server during practice. So yeah, I mean, only need a few cars around Monaco to get some hectic racing. But we'll see what happens. Just bear with me here, folks, for a second, trying to see if server is down or whatnot. If I just so may, let me remind you what we have coming up this week. Yeah, so this Sunday we have round 4 of our main grid VA Supercar Series coming to you from Albert Park. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. We are utilizing the new layout that the F1 IRL F1 uses with the recessed. I won't say recessed. The also the reconfigured layout at the back part of the circuit where the chicane is now removed. This is now a straight that goes into a fast left right chicane at 9 and 10. But yes, that's this Sunday, round 4, main grid supercar series, and then obviously as usual Wednesday nights Wednesday Cup Series. Next week it'll be coming from. Ooh, let me see here. I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese circuit. It is. No, I'm looking at the wrong calendar. Ah, Autopolis Oita in Japan. Last season, in season 3, I believe, with the Radical races, we had uh, Sugo. I can't remember what it was. Something Sugo, but that was another Japanese circuit. That went off that went off 2.5. But yes, another Japanese circuit for the Wednesday Cup Series. Shall go down a treat once again. I believe. Yes. We are just about to head into the server again for qualifying. I'll just let it load up. Hey, well, sorry, mate. Not tonight, unfortunately. Caught me just as I was about to get on. Maybe if you caught me, maybe send me a message early in the day, I would have probably let you come join. But yeah, just not tonight, mate. Mate, definitely probably another time. I'll let you know. Um, all right, I am now in the server. Switched it over for you guys, and we can see who's doing a thing around the track. Let's go on board here with Alex McEwen. Probably on one of maybe his first fast lap of the night. Coming into the hairpin. Good racing line coming out of there. Coming into Portier. Ooh, grabbing the wall there on the exit. Bit clean. Coming into tunnel. Now I've been trying to relearn the track section names. I know Mirabeau, Portier, Hairpin, Rascasse, all that stuff, but I've managed to forget like the next 60% of them. So I'm going to pull up my phone the track map so I can give you some proper top shelf commentary for Monaco, because it's just an A1 top shelf circuit, is it not? Across the line there for McEwen is a 129.5. Sliding out of T1. Sent to vote. Coming through Riviage now on another fast lapper. Come up to Maznet. Very nice into Casino. Sliding, a bit understeer there. Into Mirabeau now. Right on the money. A good line coming Mirabeau into the hairpin. Grand Hotel. Into Portier now. Doesn't grab the wall like he did last lap. Into Portier. Into the tunnel. Getting a good run this lap for McEwen, he is. As we have now just seen Cicluna going 28.1. Coming into the Novell chicane. Ooh, grabbing the curbs there, very rough, very aggressive. To back through Chiron, past the swimming pools into La Rascasse. Very hard on the throttle there. Trying to get the power down as early as you can. Onto the main straight now. Alex Mion passes, goes through the start finish line. 129. That was is 129.1, which is his next best. Still keeping a second under Cicluna. Another fast lap. McEwen goes in through Casino, tapping the wall out of the legs of the Casino. Might disrupt his lap a little bit. He's up on his time a little bit, and he's equaling his time into the hairpin. Back through Portier now. Keeping it clean, keeping it steady. Grabbing the curb out from Portier into the tunnel. Keeping it straight, keeping it consistent. Breaking the 100-meter board. Into the Nova chicane. Again, aggressive on the on the curves of the chicane. Unfortunately, he's grabbed the wall out of the Nova chicane. Entering to back now. Into the swimming pool section. Into Raskas. He's down his time a bit. Unfortunately, this lap he won't get. He won't make any more time from last lap. But let's go watch. Oh, Cicluna. No, I can't watch Cicluna. He's in the pits. Let's see who else is on track. Is Munro? He's on track. He's on a fast lap himself. Coming out of Raskas onto the main straight now. Is he up on his time? I don't know. He does a 1:28.7, which gives him up to second. Munro now cooling down on the in lap, and he's back in the pits. Let's find another person to go on board with. Here is Aaron as a party on a fast lap. Let's see what she can make of her lap. Just a 29.6, brings her up. She stays in 5th. Anyone else on track? Oh, we got Longley on the exit of 1. He's back in the pits now. Let's have a look at O'Reilly. Bit squiggly out there, coming out of Portier into the tunnel now. Here comes O'Reilly. It seems a little bit slow. Is he? Did he make a mistake? Is he just resting? Taking it easy on this lap? Maybe not. I can't actually really tell so much. Ah, that's that's my bad. I didn't notice we were in overtime. So that is the end of qualifying. Top 5: Cicluna, McEwen, Righteous as a party, and well, that's it. Sorry. Then it goes from as a party: Longley, O'Reilly, Cayenne, DeLuca, Wilson. And that's it. We have 10 drivers tonight. Another minute till the server goes down. I believe it's now going down. I will just switch you over to our V8 promo. Just remind you all what we got coming up on Sunday, and I will switch to the next server. Just bear with me, folks. Apologies if you do hear some wind blowing in the background. That's my fan. It's a bit warm for me tonight. Been trying to figure out how to reduce said wind blowing in the background, but regardless, the way I angle my fan further away from me or face the ball. The wind still goes through the mic, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, we have here. Server is now live. Join it up. Okie dokie, folks, we are in this server. Our grid for tonight, I'll remind you all, we have Cicluna, Munro, McEwen, Righteous, Azzopardi, Longley, O'Reilly, Cayenne, DeLuca, and Wilson. Oh, here we go. The race about to start. Lights are up. Finally have lights now for the stream. 2 red lights, 3, 4, 5, 6 red lights. It's lights out and away we go here at Monaco. Cicluna off to a great start. Munro on his tail, catching him. McEwen trying to. Oh, we have some cars coming together at T1. Oh no, that's crap. You know, it just is what it is, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, cars have gotten back together. Let's go back to the front. Cicluna making on the charge. McEwen, Righteous, O'Reilly in 4th. Munro's dropped down to 5th, unfortunately, I believe. He was in 2nd or 3rd. Azzopardi leading the backpack. Next from Azzopardi is Cayenne. Longley, and we have a car around us to Luca, I believe, coming into the hairpin now. Have a look. McEwen's making up some ground, trying to get the back of Cicluna. Under a second. And we have some cars passing in the tunnel, I believe. No, we have some timing tower issues, it looks like. I believe. Or not. But a pretty solid, kind of eventful lap 1. Not too shabby, if I say myself. Cars entering the final sector of Monaco, coming into Rascasse now. As we come to the final straight out, we have McEwen very slidey coming out of the last turn. We have Cicluna, McEwen 2nd, Righteous 3rd, O'Reilly, Munro, Azzopardi, Cayenne, Longley, and Wilson on the back of Longley, trying to make some ground here. Come up for the vote now. Cayenne on the back of Azzopardi. Keeping pace behind Azzopardi, trying to see if Azzopardi makes any mistakes that Cayenne can make a move on. But it looks like he's slowly losing ground here in the middle sector of Monaco. Wilson still on the back of Longley, in through the tunnel. Wilson having a look on the inside, and he's gone squiggly coming into the braking section into the Novel chicane. He's lost it a bit. I'm not sure if he has any damage or not, but we have to wait and see his lap times afterwards and see his pace on the next lap. We'll check on Cicluna. Cicluna in 1st place, coming into the 3rd lap of the race. Leads 2 seconds from McEwen. Cicluna at 29 flat with a bit of change on that lap. McEwen a second down. I believe we have Munro trying to chase the back of O'Reilly here. We'll keep an eye on this. I know from my time in AK, O'Reilly and Munro, they're pretty fast drivers, pretty aggressive, solid racers. They can easily make pace in a variety of different cars, I should say. It'll be interesting to see what moves the two of them make in tonight's Wednesday Cup race. Here we have O'Reilly trying to gain some pace, get on the gearbox of Righteous here, coming into the Nobel chicane. Munro making him a little bit more ground, and Munro has just clipped the inside wall coming out of the last part of that chicane. Into the back now. O'Reilly is probably having a bit of a sigh of relief. Doesn't have to worry about Munro on the back gearbox of him. Now he can climb himself. Oh, he's having a look. Hey, he has a look into Rascas, and he unfortunately tags the back of Righteous, and he has lost 2 places there. Oh no, yes, sorry, he has. Yes, that's what a couple of weeks of no streaming does to you. You lose your bearings. But anyway, O'Reilly has some work to do. Munro now in third with Righteous on the back, around about a second. When we have Cicluna here, 3 seconds from McEwen, coming in through Portier now. McEwen has a good 6 seconds, I believe. Yeah, just looking at that, and I'm not seeing Munro come into my sights. It's a good 6-second gap from McEwen to Munro. That's some very good ground being made up there. Good gap. Munro now with a good second gap from himself, and he cuts the chicane here. Will he get a track cut? I assume he does get a track cut. Unfortunately, I don't know. I believe it's 5 track cuts until a drive-through penalty. But we'll see what happens. We'll stray away from this pack. We'll go to the backpack, the backpack, the rear pack, I should say. Nothing too eventful at the moment. We'll go back from, wow, it's Cicluna now, I believe, on his 5th lap. He has a 4-second lead to McEwen. McEwen now with a 5-second lead, dropped a second off from Munro. Munro's catching. It'll be a while, but he's catching. Righteous, a good 2 seconds from Munro, with O'Reilly putting his right foot to the floor as far as he can go to get as close as he can to Righteous to make a move. Obviously to take 4th position. But we'll go back down a bit. I can see here Cayenne is getting closer, inching closer and closer to Azzopardi here. We'll see what happens as we make ground in the chicane. He does. Azzopardi taking a safer line, taking a bit of a tag there before to back. Coming up through to swimming pool. Cayenne is making some more ground here. Probably helped when Azzopardi tagged that wall before to back. Into Rascas now, a bit squiggly for Cayenne now, coming into the last corner. Azzopardi putting her foot to the floor, trying to get away from Cayenne as quick as possible. And it's working a little bit. There's a bit of a gap now here. Azzopardi with a bit of a wider line than Cayenne. We'll see what happens coming through Mazanet. I think I just noticed as Party tagged the wall again, coming into Maribor. Down to Hotel. It's squiggly for as Party coming out of coming into Portier, now into Tunnel. Bit more of a gap made. Cayenne looks like has got more pace into the Nobel chicane, other than as a Party. As a Party a bit slow through there. Coming into the swimming pool. I'm just gonna go to O'Reilly and Righteous. I believe O'Reilly is making some ground here on Righteous. Maybe not so much. As we see here now, coming from Saint Devoux, Cayenne with a better run than as a Party through Mazinet. He might make a move in the second sector of the circuit as a Party. Squiggly coming out of Mazinet into Casino as they make their way down to Maribor. Cayenne having a look, keeping himself paced, make sure he doesn't make a mistake. Making sure, oh, a little bit of mistake there. It seems it went a bit too wide into the Hotel hairpin. Coming in through Portier into Tunnel as a Party making a bit more of a gap between herself and Cayenne. Coming into Nobel chicane now. Cayenne looking to have braken late and has cut the corner there. He will probably get a cut for that. As a Party with a cool head at the moment, it seems, being very consistent in this section of the circuit on this lap. Trying to hit her marks, not making any mistakes, be consistent, to have a consistent gap between herself and Cayenne. Cayenne getting inching closer and closer. Cayenne very squiggly, losing the back end, coming. Oh, we have a car around, that's Echo Riley. Having lost it, Anthony Noge. O'Reilly now on the charge now to get his places back. Now this is going to be a three-way battle as a Party. Cayenne and O'Reilly coming through Riviage into Mazinet. 3 minutes left. Around 3:50 on the clock. O'Reilly squiggly coming out of... Oh, we have Cayenne on the inside as a Party. Oh no, that's unfortunate. O'Reilly tagging back as a Party. And we have Wilson getting in amongst it. Oh, that's just unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. That's given Cayenne the green flag to go away from the pack that he was in amongst. That was Riley as a Party. Wilson also getting away from that little crash corner pack there. O'Reilly squiggly coming out of Portier into Tunnel as a Party leading O'Reilly. O'Reilly might have some damage. I believe he does have damage with how squiggly he is. He definitely has some hot tires, possibly a broken broken wing. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, as you can see, O'Reilly definitely has some damage. Unfortunately, some front wing and rear wing damage. It's just unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Monaco will do that to you if you do not treat and respect the joint as it is may. Oh, O'Reilly tagging that inside corner again, coming out of the last part of the Rascasse. He's an 8th as a Party with some damage, I believe, as well in 7th. Wilson probably. I think I see some front wing damage. Yeah, some front wing damage there. Bit squiggly coming out of Casino. We'll look at Cayenne now. He's on the charge himself, trying to keep a steady 5th. And we'll head back up to Cicluna, who's on the charge tonight. He's in 1st on his 9th lap, I believe. And he's 8 seconds, 8.7 seconds in front of McEwen, who's just coming through the swimming pool section now. Who he leads 2 seconds in front of Munro, who is on the charge as well. And we have a DNF for tonight. That's DeLuca. So unfortunately, he must have had an unfortunate start to the night. Maybe he'll come back for race 2 and make some gains. We'll see what happens. We are now a minute and 10 from the checkered flag. McEwen, second place, 9 seconds behind Cicluna. He leads 2 seconds and actually make that 1 second from Munro. Munro on his marks, cool head, being consistent, trying to play on McEwen's mistakes as he sees. I think this will be our closest battle for the last part of this race for tonight, of race 1. Seconds from checkered flag. It'll be probably another lap after this one. Cicluna passes the line to start the final lap. Leads 10 seconds from McEwen, who McEwen is under a second, I believe, from the grasps of Munro. There's 2 laps to go apparently, but I don't. I have problems trying to figure out what's what with the course timing thing. It says 2 laps in the next minute. The car goes to the line. It's finished, and I get confused, and my commentary of the stream is ruined. But anyway, McEwen in through the casino, a bit squiggly. Munro again playing on his mistakes. Munro being consistent with a cool head, trying to now charge hard even more because it's now in the last laps of the race. He wants to climb all over the back of McEwen's gearbox, drive over him, and claim second position. In through tunnel we go, into the Nobel chicane. Both hitting their marks, clean and consistent. Bit aggressive on the curbing of the chicane there, but it is what it is. In through to back now. Through Chiron into the swimming pool section. Seems a bit aggressive and fast from McEwen there. He wants to get the last laps out of the way and claim second position. A bit squiggly there from McEwen out of Raskas. This is now the final lap. That's we see now. It's the final lap. McEwen leads Munro a second still. Can he keep his consistent pace going, stay in second to alleviate Munro? And Munro has tagged the wall somewhere. He's definitely probably... Well, McEwen twiggly there out of Casino. I assume the cars now... They're out of the medium tyre, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are a bit fired up from how aggressive this track is. Into tunnel now. McEwen and Munro are under a second within each other. McEwen coming up to the Nobel chicane now. On the brakes. Ooh, very aggressive for the both of them coming through the Nobel chicane. Munro is quickly out of the exit of the chicane. Coming in through now to back. Very clean, both of them, considering the possible damage they both have. Into swimming pool. Aggressive McEwen. And to Larascas. A bit squiggly from Munro there. Final corner now. Cicluna has taken first position for the first race of the night, Monaco. McEwen will now take second, and Munro will finish at the podium in a respectable third position. And he he goes hard into the wall. Let's have a look at the back now. The Righteous, 4th. Cayenne, finishing in 5th, with Wilson following him in 6th. As a party, wow, final battle here for 6th between as a party, sorry, 7th as a party and O'Reilly. O'Reilly tagging that wall coming out of Larascas once again. And as a party will finish in 7th, with O'Reilly unfortunately in 8th. Yeah, definitely can tell that's not the race that he would have wanted tonight. But you take what you get, and you improve on it next race. Longley finishing out the pack of 9 drivers in 9th, with DeLuca DNF'd in 10th. That was an interesting, lovely race. That was. Just bear with me, folks. I will switch over and get into the next server. A little bit of delay here, folks. My apologies. Just waiting on the server to go up to pop yous all into. Here we go. Looks like we have a reverse grid, I believe it was. Yes, it was a championship reverse grid, I think it was. And then last race of the evening is reverse grid from this race results. Anyway, Grid tonight seems to be... We have DeLuca in the first position. Excuse my broadcaster car, that's weird for some reason. But I'm not sure if DeLuca will be joining this session. Anyway, enough me talking. Well, I'll be talking still, but it's time for time for the race to start. Six red lights. The lights are out, and away we go. Longley leads O'Reilly into Saint Devoe. A good start from Longley. O'Reilly tagging and will come out at Saint Devoe. Looks like the cars in the back have made a good progression. Have not decided to do a punt into T1. Longley again, a good start with O'Reilly on the back. Bit squiggly for a few cars. It is cold tyres first lap. O'Reilly trying to have a look on the inside, coming into Mirabeau. Longley tagging the wall, will come out of Mirabeau into now Grand Hotel. Wilson on the outside, trying to gain on O'Reilly. O'Reilly trying to hold his line and praying to God no one overtakes him. We have Wilson again trying to get the slip on the inside from Portier into the tunnel now. Cars are close. This is what I want. This is what's good for the streamer. Get on you, everyone. Oh, we have cars tagged in the Novell chicane. That's Wilson and O'Reilly. O'Reilly stopped dead there, thinking, what the hell is he going to do now? Another last to first challenge for O'Reilly tonight. Anyway, that's Party in second now, with a bit more pace than Longley, it seems, in this part of the section. Into Raskas now. Last corner now. Who's got the better line out of last corner? It seems Longley got the legs this time, coming into Saint Devoe. Longley a little bit tagging the wall. They're coming out of Saint Devoe. And through Riviage. There's a Party right on the gearbox, and she tags the rear of Longley, and it's wow. We have three cars. Whoa, we have three cars tagging each other into Casino Square. That's yeah. Oof, big oof. I'm noticing these cars are very slippery on this track. Very slippery. It's unfortunate. Anyway, we have a look at Munro now. He's now gained first place with Righteous 700ths of a second. Sorry, 0.7 of a second, I should say. Behind with Cayenne 2 seconds behind. No, sorry, a second behind. Righteous. We have Cicluna, who's in fifth with Wilson on the outside of him. They come through to back. Going up to the swimming pool section. Both drivers aggressive on their maneuvers, coming into Raskas. Wilson with the better line, Cicluna a bit squiggly coming into the last corner now. Both Wilson and Cicluna hard on the throttle. Coming into T1 now. Wilson with a bit of exit, looks like. We have two cars side by side, that's McEwen and Cayenne. Coming into the casino section with Cayenne still in third, holding his inside line, coming into Mirabeau. And we have Cicluna and Wilson also side by side. Cicluna holding fifth, and we come back to Cayenne into the Grand Hotel with now Cicluna and Wilson still going at it. Cicluna still in fifth, holding his position. Cayenne and McEwen hard at it. Wilson a bit squiggly coming out of Portier. Cayenne and McEwen coming into the Novell chicane. Cayenne a bit wide there, as well as McEwen. Bit weird lines coming into that chicane. Through to back into the swimming pool section. Oh, we have Cicluna in the wall, inside of the wall, coming out of the swimming pool section. And I'll switch over to those two because they're going hard at it. With Cicluna now in 6th, 5th for Wilson. Looks like all the drivers are starting to itch away from each other. We're now probably 4 laps in. We have Cayenne and McEwen still going hard at it for position. Cayenne covering very shallow. Hitting all of the curbings. Getting Twiggly out of 40 air there. Twiggly again into tunnel. Now they're going side by side through the tunnel. How's this going to play out coming into the Nobel chicane? Has McEwen? Yes, McEwen has made the move. No, maybe not yet. Coming into this Nobel chicane now. McEwen, a very hard line, has cut the chicane there as well as Thomas Wilson has. Thomas Wilson has now gained some time from Cicluna. Oh, bit of touch there from Cayenne and McEwen. And well, probably so that was probably Wilson. My bad. Cicluna trenching back slowly, or quickly I should say, from the gains that Wilson did at the Nobel chicane. But here we go, 3 cars coming into the main straight. Oh, we have a touch there from between Longley and as a party. They're sorting themselves out a bit there. Cayenne holding his line into Saint Devote. 3 cars very close together into the Riviage. Thomas Wilson all over the gearbox of Cayenne. Coming into Casino. Oh, Cayenne has swiggled away a little bit there, with Wilson on the defending from Cicluna into Mirabeau. Now coming into Grand Casino. Thomas and Daniel toe to toe there. Cayenne trying to make a quick getaway with Cicluna there. Looks like he's tagged the ball coming out of Portier before tunnel. Wilson swilly out of last corner, making gains on Cayenne. Trying to have a look, coming out to Saint Devote, making the travel arrangements up to Riviage. Into Casino now. Wilson a good close distance. Oh, we have yes, Glenn taking all there coming out of Casino. Yeah, for some reason these cars are very slippery. It's either the grip data for this tyre mod on this car, or it's the grip of the track. Anyway, very interesting, very interesting. Unless these tyres heat up very quickly, I have no idea. I'll have to ask some of the guys after this. Anyway, we have Wilson trying to make a move into the Nobel chicane. Whoa, that was a close one from Cayenne and Wilson. Wilson nearly tagging the back of Cayenne. It's cleaner all over the gearbox of Wilson now. three-way battle here. Sorry. Cayenne, Wilson, and Cicluna. It's a good battle pack. Cayenne trying to cover from Wilson. Cicluna trying to make the attack on Wilson. As they come up to Casino, Wilson having to get on the brakes early. Cayenne bashing into the into the front of Wilson there upon braking into the Casino. But here we go from Portier into the tunnel now. Cicluna and Wilson side by side through the tunnel. Who's going to come out on top into the braking zone for the Nobel chicane? Here we go. On the brakes, Cicluna's made the move early. Going for the chicane very nice and clean. Wilson in 6. Now Cicluna having a good eye on the back of Cayenne as they come from the back in through to the swing pool section. What is his idea now to get into 4th position? And Cicluna coming in through Raskas has now tagged back at Cayenne, with Wilson tagging the back of Cicluna into Raskas. Very interesting set of events here unfolding. Cicluna holding his position to do the gentleman move, who has now tagged the back of as a party, unfortunately. In the case of trying to, I've forgotten the word to give back the sent word to bloody. I forgot. Yay. Words forgotten. Oy vey, anyway. Yeah. Words. I have forgotten English. Yeah. I am lost for words. Very lost for words. Anyway. Let's have a look. Wilson in 4th position. McEwen trying to, by the looks of it, slowly making pace, trying to get on the back of Righteous, trying to claim 2nd position here, from a ways back. We'll check back in a second. Wilson with a good gap between himself and 5th. Good many seconds, probably definitely over 7 seconds from Wilson to Cayenne. Cayenne. A good 2 seconds between himself and Cicluna, who has a good 3 seconds between himself and as a party. And Munro, a good 6 seconds ahead on his 9th lap, ahead of Righteous. Oh, bit of understeer and lock stop compression lock there from Righteous into the hairpin there as they come through Portier into the tunnel. McEwen making haste, playing on the mistakes of Righteous, trying to gain little bits of time here and there to get all over the back gearbox of Righteous. And we have DNF, it seems. Unfortunately, as a party has DNF'd. As we get back to Righteous McEwen, battling it out. We have 2 battles going on, Righteous McEwen and Cayenne Cicluna once again. Alex McEwen, inch by inch, was trying to get on the back of Righteous, but is now tagged the wall coming out of Casino, and is now a second behind McEwen again. We'll head back to Cicluna and Cayenne. Cicluna all over the gearbox of Cayenne coming into Hotel. 5 minutes 26 seconds left of the race. Through 48 into tunnel. Cicluna trying to get the slipstream out of the tunnel. Slowly with the overlap on the outside. Cayenne. Oh, they both go through the chicane. Yeah. Very interesting set of circumstances there. But let's play on with both of them. And I'll battle it out once again, a few more times until the end of the race. As we ride on board with Righteous coming in through St. Devote, a good second in front of McEwen. But Thomas Wilson looking like he has just gotten the fastest lap, a 1:29.2. My bad. Munro with a best of 1:28 flat with a bit of change. Almost like we have a change of position now. Cicluna and Cayenne coming in through Viage and now coming into Casino. Coming into Mirabeau. Cayenne having a look. Bit squiggly into Mirabeau for Cayenne. Cicluna keeping a cool head here, keeping consistent into Hotel. Trying to get the power down, trying to make haste and get away from Cayenne in the last 3 minutes and change of the race. Now into the tunnel from Portier. Cicluna on the charge to make more of a gap between himself and Cayenne. Cayenne, maybe with some tyre damage, slowly slowing down away from Cicluna. Cicluna very aggressive into the Novelle chicane there. Or it looks from my position, some front wing damage for Cayenne. That's unfortunate. Probably another reason for his slow demise of race pace, as both cars now approach the Rascasse. Yeah, bit slow entry and exit for Cayenne there. Bit low on the pickups of the RPMs there for Cayenne on the acceleration out of the last corner there. Cicluna, last lap of a 1:29 flat bit of change. Cutting the corner there, bit sharp, bit shallow, whatever it is, as he makes his way up the small incline into Ribiage. Cayenne on the brakes early, it seems. His front wing damage is definitely affecting the performance of drivability, and definitely the aero's messed about, giving Cicluna the all clear to charge ahead and make more gap between himself and Cayenne. As we approach 2 minutes and 25 seconds till the +1 lap to end this race 2 of this evening. As we look at Munro, who is on his, I believe, 12th lap and 8.5 seconds in front of L Righteous, who himself is about 2 and a bit seconds in front of McEwen. Wilson in 4th with a good 8-ish seconds in front of Cicluna, who's now opened up a gap of 4 seconds, I believe, from himself and Cayenne, because I can tell, yeah, Cayenne's got some front wing damage. Yeah, definitely that front wing damage for Cayenne has definitely affected the performance of that car. And he's slowly drifting back, and that was a 1:30.7 that time. And his best of 1:29.3 on race pace. Yeah, look at that wing, is a bit angled, funny. This isn't an oval race, so yeah, the cars have got damage for sure. Yeah, look at it. Anyway, Righteous trying to consistently keep his gap between himself and McEwen as they come into the Novelle chicane. On the money, on his targets, on his marks, as it seems. Consistent, cool-headed, smooth. Bit squiggle when we have Righteous around coming out of the chicane just after the pull section as McEwen takes the position of second through Raskas into the final corner now. No doubt, Righteous got a bit of damage there, and we might see some time lesson from him on the recharge to get back onto the gearbox of McEwen in the last 12 seconds of this race, which will be a +1 lap, but I assume it'll be 2 more laps. Two laps to go. Very, very interesting. Look here, Wilson, a good 5 seconds behind Righteous, who has now put himself into the wall coming out of Casino. Oh, I see that, O'Reilly. That's sort of fair enough, you know. Oh, has he run out of fuel? Oh, I think he's run out of fuel. Or he's blown his engine. One of the two, that's unfortunate. I should, not have my foot on the throttle. I heard the safety car scream just then. Yes, I'm coming to you streaming tonight's all of the Wednesday Cup races are streamed from my sim rig. So I always tend to get comfortable, put my legs wherever, and I just tend to stick my foot on the throttle because it is comfortable. But anyway, as you look at Munro on his final lap, he comes through Portier for the final time of this race into tunnel, leading McEwen at 9 seconds, who he just came through Portier, and now making the charge into the tunnel with Righteous a good 2 seconds behind. As we see Munro coming through the swimming pool section and the chicane. Second of all, coming out of the chicane there into the Rascast now. Munro on the charge tonight. He now claims a first position finish and has now won the race. Race 2 here at Monaco. McEwen crossing the line for a second position, with Righteous finishing a respectable third. Wilson in 5th, Sequoia 4th, Cayenne 6th, Longley still making his way, coming through the Rascas. Bonkaco, yeah, hey, that's true, Bonkaco, hey, maybe I should change my Dynaco livery to be Bonkaco, no, Binaco? Bonkaco? I don't know, that seems pretty cool, put Co, or just, well, I just put Monaco on the side of my, on my ZB, but you know, anyway. Interesting race that was. I guess we're now in cooldown. Right into people post race. Shame for display. Oh, eBay. Alright, folks. Let me switch you over as I wait for the server to switch over to the last race of tonight. As I show you this Sunday's presentation. It's this Sunday's race of Main Grid vs Supercars coming to you round 4 from Albert Park from 5:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. In the week after, it will be the Super 2 grid attacking the same circuit. I hope to see you there, as I do plan on to join the commentary box for that race, as I finally have a free Sunday to join the Main Grid commentary stream. It should be definitely a good race, as the final race for this evening will be too, as I patiently wait for the server to go down and go back up. Alright folks, here we are, final race of the evening. I think it's 20-ish minutes, yes? From the looks of it, our current lineup is as Party, O'Reilly, Longley, Cicluna, Cayenne, Wilson, Righteous, Munro and McEwen. 20 seconds till lights out. We have the lights are up. They're going to do a thing. Lights are flashing. 6 red lights. Lights are out and away we go. A great start by O'Reilly, who's in first, obviously, with Cicluna trailing him. Ooh, a bit of a corner cut there from O'Reilly. And it's just not a bad start for the pack as we come up through into Riviage for the first time. O'Reilly making good hastily gap there from himself to Cicluna on the charge, trying to make just trying to do a thing, trying to get away from the back as he comes into Mirabur and tags the inside wall there. Sorry, the outside wall. Into Hotel we go. Cicluna on the charge. Can he make it stick? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. As the cars come through Portier, we have Righteous on the back of Cayenne, Munro on the back of Wilson, it seems. Munro on the outside with Wilson covering on the inside. They go two wide into the chicane. It's a bit slow going as Monaco does produce. And it seems we're going to go 2 by 2 and through to back now. Who's going to put out? Who's going to do a thing, and it looks like Munro is staying in last position with Wilson sticking his car, staying in 6 as they come into the Rascas for the first time. We have O'Reilly tagging the wall and messing that up, coming out of the last corner, unfortunately. He's now in the last position. Sakuna taking that position away from O'Reilly, making haste on that unfortunate thing over bob that O'Reilly just did, coming out of the last corner. A good 1.8 seconds in front of Righteous, with Cayenne and McEwen going too wide in through this corner before Casino. LOL corner names get good. As they come into Mirabeau. Or as James May says, Flavio, we got contact there between Cayenne and Righteous, who lost a position now from McEwen too. As a bit topsy-turvy this race. The last race of the evening. Into the Novell chicane. And we have DNF from O'Reilly. We have Cayenne all over the back gearbox of McEwen. Trying to make a move stick, trying to have a look, coming in through the swimming pool section. As McEwen goes very aggressively over the chicane there, and we have 3 cars going 3 wide, and we have Thomas Wilson and I believe that's Cayenne coming together just before Rascas. As Munro plays on that move and sticks it up into 4th with McEwen trying to once again climb over the back of Righteous as they come through Casino. Righteous tagging the outside wall, they come out of Casino as they both come into Mirabeau, as James May says. Flavio corner, oh, Jesus Christ, into Casino, sorry, Hotel, Grand Hotel, hairpin. Into Portiere for Tunnel. Novell chicane now. As we have Cicluni making moves as he's in race 1, he now leads the pack 4 seconds to himself and Righteous. Righteous leads McEwen under a second. Through Casino they go. And as they come up to Flavio corner, I'm just call this Flavio from now on. Into Hotel. Portiere into Tunnel. Just quickly there for Rogers coming out of Tabac. Into Rascas now. We have a 3-way battle here. Third, fourth, and for second, third, and fourth, I should say. McEwen bit slidey out of 1. as they make their way up to Riviage. With Munro all over the back of McEwen. Ooh. The nose touches the gearbox of McEwen from Munro as they come through Casino. Into Flavio. Jesus Christ. Oh. Into Hotel they go. In the tunnel. The gaps are starting to form. Not much to play on. Munro slowly getting more grasps. Making more plays as they come through to back into the swimming pool section now. Munro right on the gearbox. McEwen slowly making a gap. Munro playing the attack mode into Raskas as they come through the final corner now into the main straight. Three-way battle is still alive. As Lucas Acuna, who's now 7.2 seconds in front of Righteous. From Flavio. In bit of a brake lock and understeer there for Righteous into Hotel. Coming in through Portier now. As we see another DNF from Wilson. As I believe we see Munro has done a mistake somewhere. He's dropped back a little bit from McEwen. As once again, the cars go through Nobel chicane. McEwen eventually gets some more ground, but then slowly eases back from Righteous, it seems. McEwen tagging all coming out of the chicane after the swimming pool section. Munro slowly making ground back up to McEwen. Probably slowly playing out the mistakes McEwen has just made in the previous lap gone past. Again, another lap. Cars go through Saint Devote on the way up to Riviage. Oh, a bit swiggly there for Righteous coming into Casino. Into Flavio corner. McEwen dragging back a little bit into the grasps of Munro. Tag onto the back of that. as they come through 48 into tunnel. Can Munro get the slipstream from McEwen and make a move? We'll have to wait and see. As they all come through the Novell chicane very smoothly, they come up through the back. Through the chicane after people. Larascas, final corner. Onto the straight now. All cars have a reasonable gap with McEwen slowly moving up more closer towards Righteous than Munro has from himself to McEwen. It looks like Munro has some slight problems, slowly losing time to McEwen over a course of a lap. As he looks like he's experiencing some understeer there. He has some damage, we don't know. Maybe he does. That wing looks a bit odd. That could be a problem. He might have some front wing damage. It might be affecting his aerodynamical downforce. Yeah. Does look like he has some aerodynamic front wing issues. Unless it's my potato computer doing some weird things to me. But we don't know. As Lucas Acuna once again, he's past the hotel section coming up to what seems to be, which is Larascas. He's now 10.3 seconds in front of Righteous. Righteous leads McEwen a good second. With McEwen and Munro, the gap between them is definitely very, very close. Another second. We now have Cayenne in the pits, I believe, either doing something to the car. Or, I think, yep. He's here just to probably have some damage, getting it fixed for some fuel, tyres. He's up down, but he's going to do a thing. Let's see what happens. As we look at the three-way battle for second, third, and fourth. Righteous leads McEwen. Then to Munro. Coming out of Portier now into the tunnel as we see Munro slowly gaining some momentum onto the back of McEwen here as they come into the Novell chicane into the last 5 minutes of the race tonight, as we have Munro and McEwen going a bit sharp and wide. We'll see what the two make of the next portion of laps. See who comes out on top in terms of pace. as we see Righteous coming into Casino, a bit understanding and grasping that outside wall. It seems that we have McEwen making the moves. Or we have Munro tagging the back of McEwen. They're coming out of hotel. We're now into Portier. Righteous can't make an sigh of relief at the moment. He's still under pressure and possibly could be under attack from McEwen if he does anything more sketchy coming into the Nobel chicane here. Oh, and we have Righteous turned around just before Raskas. That is quite unfortunate. Very unfortunate for... Oh, Righteous looks like he's gone down even further. Oh yeah, no, he hasn't. That's just Cayenne going past, unlapping himself. That's quite unfortunate. Yeah, looks like we have some mechanical issues with Munro's car. He seems to have a few times now understeered into that Armco barrier, just coming in before Casino. As we come into the final minute of the race, which will probably end up being another 2 laps on top, we have Cicluna on his 14th lap, a good 14 seconds in front of McEwen. McEwen a good second in front of Munro, with Munro leading Righteous a good 10 seconds away, with Cayenne a lap down, unfortunately. To round this race out tonight, your battle pack will be between McEwen and Munro. Cars 9 and 8 running second and third. Can McEwen keep a cool head and drive consistently to the end? Or will he make a mistake and Munro play on his demise to gain a position into second? We'll have to wait and see. We approach 15 seconds. Oh, here we go, folks. Something's happened. I just didn't realise until now, but Cicluna must have done a mistake, as McEwen has now gained many, has gained time and is now second behind our race leader. And it's now the final lap. We have Munro still trying to get onto the grasps of McEwen, but probably won't make it stick tonight, unfortunately. But we now have McEwen a good second behind the race leader, Cicluna. I wish I could have seen that, but I unfortunately did not. We have Cicluna going through the Nova chicane, making some more time. McEwen trailing at a good 1.2 seconds behind as we come from to back into the swimming pool section of the track. Cicluna being very consistent still, despite his possible demise that I did not catch a good many seconds ago. As we now approach the Rascas into the final corner now, ladies and gentlemen, we now have your race winner of race 3 tonight. With a possible error of race judgment, a good second and a bit in front of McEwen. Cicluna is your race winner for race 3 tonight. McEwen second, Munro third, Righteous fourth, and Cayenne fifth. I wish I did catch that, but I didn't. It's quite unfortunate. I can say with confidence your overall race winner tonight is Cicluna, as he won race 1 and race 3 tonight. So Cicluna takes out tonight's overall race win. Alright folks, I really hope you enjoyed tonight. It was an interesting stream. It was a very interesting set of races for tonight, especially, you know, his F3s around Monaco. What more can you get out of that? Anyway, next week, another race of F3s around a circuit somewhere in the world. Next week it will come to you from a circuit in Japan. Let me find that name for you once again. That is Autopolis Oita in Japan. Hope you come around and stick around for that until next week. But also this Sunday from 5:30 PM Australian Standard Time, it is the round 4 race of AK Racing's VS Supercar Main Grid Series from Albert Park. I'll be joining the commentary box for that, along with your usual V8 commentator Laurie Longpower and a few others possibly for that evening. But anyway, folks, again, I hope you have enjoyed tonight's stream. I am Denzel, but you can call me Dens. I hope you have a good rest of the week. Stay safe. Good night, everyone.